Hello all, D-Swank here, and I'm sure there's going to be hundreds of videos coming out, or at least dozens, because Splitsy, Last Stand Gamers, LS, that is Last Stand Gamers, but Armco Group, Captain Jack, they're all going to have a video talking about the new stuff. So I'm doing a slightly different concept. This is all our new stuff, what you can see in front of us. I'm going to be taking a look at the pictures that we got earlier and seeing where these might have been hidden. Now, if you saw my previous video on the new blocks, you've seen most of the pictures we're going to use, but there was one new one. Unfortunately, the only copy of it I can find, it has some circles on it that mark where I thought some new blocks would be. Most of them don't block anything out that much. So we're going to go back through, because these are the only images we had before the release of the DLC, to point out some blocks. So let's try this Easter egg hunt, if you will, and see what we can find. Now, before we go too much further, something that was discussed ad nauseum in the beginning of the release stream, was talking about some good AI stuff that might be interesting. I think there was a mistake in asking Merritt to talk about it, because it's obvious that he's very intrigued in AI, and he went down a rabbit hole of technical terms that were by far too technical for the stream and for the purpose of the stream. So he really needs a minder that reminds him, look, you're going too far. You're going too far down the rabbit hole. But another thing that was brought up was this figure, and I really like the idea of having this figure. It's like, from the picture, 6 to 8 inches tall. There was talk about being able to get them without paint, so you could custom paint them. I like that. That sounds really cool to me. Maybe get a pack of 6 that have different poses. That'd be cool. But anyway, let's go back and look at the update. So we got basically what I predicted, which was all the guns were going to be free. Because, again, Space Engineers, they tried to market themselves as a competitive thing. And you couldn't, if they stayed with the idea of marketing them as a competitive thing, then the guns would have to be free. And if you wanted to charge for things like the armored thrusters and things like this, these would mostly have to be just reskins of existing blocks or modifications on that front. So we're going to start by looking for these blocks, the free blocks. We know where the custom turret controller is, and this is actually a kind of cool block, because it's all you can make custom turrets, with the rotors and everything to aim at things, and it uses the AI that the other turrets use and controls them, which is a lot of back-end stuff that scripters and modders weren't able to do. So that block right there is very nifty to me. But it was in this right here. So one of these blocks, in theory, is controlling this turret here. Also, let's find the... I don't see the red one here. Or this. This is the small block version of it on the front of this custom turret. So, let's go back to the update. We have this artillery block. This is large grid artillery block, and I don't remember seeing it anywhere. We've seen the railgun because it's been animated, and we've seen this artillery turret because it was animated and released. The assault cannon turret, and this was pointed out in the comments of my last video on this, is here. It's a completely different style of turret. And I'm going to bet, because this is also the assault cannon small grid turret, I believe that probably is going to mean that these are the assault cannon small grid fixed. But they could be the artillery cannon, and I'm not 100% on that from this perspective. I have to see them side by side because the assault cannon is shorter than the artillery cannon. But considering this is an assault cannon, this is an assault cannon, I kind of think these would be assault cannons. So, something else that's here, but that's a paid block, so we'll get back to that. So we touch that. See, here's the assault cannon. And I guess there wasn't an fixed artillery? Okay, so that would, yeah, it's an assault cannon. Unless there was a small grid artillery and I'm missing. Yeah, there was a small grid artillery. Pretty sure. Then there's the autocannon, which is kind of self-explanatory, and the autocannon turret, which I don't believe we saw anywhere. There. Assault cannon. I guess that it's probably just the fixed assault cannon, and I've stripped a cog already in the past half hour since I looked at it in game. Okay. And then on this, nothing really. We've got some reskin stuff here, but I'll talk about that later. So, and the offset passenger seat, it's the basic passenger seat, but the point where you place it on a small grid, because you've got, in essence, 3. You've got a centered block and one on each corner. It's as you're facing it, right-hand front corner is the attachment block. And that's what the offset is. Alright, so now let's go to the paid stuff. We've seen the full-size sliding hatch door, and I'm somewhat disappointed with it just because of the texture location of things and the buttons, because I'd like to be able to bury this side block that it comes with down so it's a vertical slide up or slide down, and the buttons on the inside of the door don't work that way. They'd either be on the floor or the ceiling. There's no... I think one of the two side buttons needs to be at 90 degrees to the other, just to make it work better. But other than that, I have no problems with that. These two reskins, they cost the same amount. The Warfare Gatling is a small block longer than the old Gatling that looks like the Doom guy, original Doom chain gun. Let's see. More new stuff. You can kind of see the rocket launcher, the back end of it here. And I believe you have one of the Gatlings hidden under the live stream. Now, we've got the thrusters, small thrusters and large thrusters. We've got the turreted light. We've got the batteries. We've got the panels here. I believe these are the I can get rid of that because I've already talked about it. Yeah, the heat vents. There we go. And we've got the reactor over here. I think you've got small grid reactors, not small grid, the small large grid reactors under here. You've got the salute, which is one of the new emojis. You've got paper, rock, scissors going on over here. So there's quite a bit of stuff in this that we didn't have. That we had this before. We also have the new angled bridge windows here. So now that I think we've got this. Oh wait, here's the hangar doors here, airtight hangar doors, the new ones. Those. Let's see if we can find some of these hints in any of the others. So bad. We've got our thrusters here. We've got the bridge, the angled bridge. I think I might be misreading this blocks. Yeah, I think I am misreading these blocks. These may be the heat thrusters hidden down in here. I thought they, or not heat thruster, heat vents. I thought they were these sort of windows, the old bar windows over the top, but I probably am wrong. Gimme. I love what they did with these support bars, the I-beams. But most of this, I don't see anything stand out here other than the new thrusters. I mean, that even has the old Gatling there. So this just looks like it's showing off the new thrusters. And I was disappointed that this symbol wasn't a new symbol, that's just welded onto the thruster. Over here, I'm not seeing much new in here. I mean, they may be armed with some of the new guns hanging down, but that's about it. So I'm going to close those two. Over here, we have the new gun. Let's look down here. Do we see anything new of the new down here? Because this would be where I'd expect to see like the new reactor down in here, but I don't see it. I don't see the new small grid reactors embedded in here either. So let's jump out of that. Alright, and over here, don't see anything. Well, we have the light panels. But that's... I think those are the light panels and not shadows. Those could be shadows put on the wall, but I'm pretty sure those are the light panels. So, I think we did a reasonably good job of finding the new blocks in the previous image, or 4 images. And this actually gives a lot more hints out. There was a new... In the update, there was a new color, background color, the woodland camo skin. Reminds me a lot of the original woodland, or original heavy armor camo. It's different. It's got some shade gradients in there that weren't in the old version. But, yeah. also, okay, we've got the small grid helm here, and these guys have to be sitting on the new bench, small grid bench. So we've got this, and we've got that. We found that. May have found the heat vent in the others, but this is definitely in the stream announcement splash. These are in the stream announcement splash. This is there, this is there, this is here, this, the battery, spotlight, that, the thrusters, and the reactors. They're just covered up. So all of the new blocks are in the stream announcement. I don't know if we have the not Gura helmet here, because it's got the shark mouth on top and eyes on the side of the lights, but you can change the rest of the color of the helmet. And we have the animations, the new emotes, which, in my opinion, the rock, paper, scissors can be slightly obscene. So, with that, I hope you've enjoyed this quick look at what, and hopefully different look at what how Keen hid all the blocks in their release images beforehand. I kind of enjoy doing this. Let me know if this is kind of the update path, because it's different. People would like me to go, because this is my different. I'd like to try and be different a little bit. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.